Here's exactly what happened. The shop press was shop pressing, and then it broke because of how seized it was. That's broken, so that's not good. Unfortunately, the car sat for about a few weeks until I was able to find some parts, busted the trip, and picked them up. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we were back on the road until this happened. Well, we have ourselves a misfire. So I got to removing plug boots, and what I wanted to listen for was a spark sound, a clicking sound. The other thing you want to listen for is the engine either stuttering or changing in RPM. That's how you know that it's doing its job. Now, when I got to cylinders 2 and 3, they weren't doing anything. No spark. It wasn't changing the RPM or nothing. So I checked out the injectors, made sure that they were pulsing, and you could also do the unplug method, see if anything changes, but I could tell that they were fine. So after doing a ton of research, I found out that when cylinders 2 and 3 aren't working, it's the ignition control module that's not doing its job. And I thought, no way this little piece of plastic, this little module is behind my misfire. Like, I thought it maybe would have been the map sensor or the throttle position sensor. So I plugged it in and tapped it against the fuel rail, and sure enough, it fixed the misfire. So let's go ahead and order one.
3 days later.
So it's been about a week. Got the car running right, but there's one last thing I gotta take care of, and hopefully this is the last time I gotta lift this car up and bring all the tools out. I'm getting tired of this shit. So when I was replacing this and doing the poly bushing swap, there's a bolt that I had to chop up into pieces, and I just put one that's not even the right size. So let me take that out and show you what it's looking like. So this is what I had in there, and I thought it was gonna be all bent out of shape because of how thin it is, and it's not the right one. This is what's supposed to be in there. It's a lot thicker, but I don't know, looks like it held up. But let's go ahead and throw this in there, peace of mind. And it's from Mitsubishi. Now that's done, I gotta clean out all of this fucking shit. Hey, we got the car cleaned up and we're out with the boy. One of one slammed SX4. I'll show you guys the close-up here in a bit, but we mobbing, getting some content. Here's a better look of the 2009 Suzuki SX4. Bro, tell me where you can find another one like this, bro. Look at that. Look at the details on the headlights. Boom. All specced out, homie. Sheesh. Here we got my boy getting the flicks right here. Is fire. What's the story behind it? Got a quick little story on there?
Not really. Just a little muffler delete.
Okay.
Wheels, intake. I did some custom work in the engine bay. D2 racing coilovers.
Bro, you don't see this shit, bro. You don't see it. It's fire.
I only want to do it in the 574.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has done it, but I haven't seen anybody. So.
To the next spot ski. Like, damn, I would have never thought that the city would have some spots like this, but it do. A little tight turn right here. See, can I do this without hitting anything? Oh, jump. Yes, sir. This is the city right here. This is the city. I always drive through here, but I never would have thought that there were spots like this around here. It just goes to show you that you just got to get up out there and look around, explore, man. It ain't do no harm. What was that? That was definitely my exhaust pipe. That's my exhaust pipe, but we're gonna ignore it. You know, Stance boys deal with this every day. Oh shit, let's see. Is that a bad curb? Oh no, that's light work for the homie. Ooh, a little vet out there. C7. Hey, quick two-step in the downtown. Oh shit. I kind of grinded into second. Like, look at that, bro. That's custom made and bent. Like, this thing is proper, bro. Like, you cannot knock the boy. Look at that. Looking right. Looks better than this shit for sure.